Hey guys, welcome back to another video with the Pearl Lemon Catering team. Now today, as you can see, I'm in Mailshake because I want to show you guys some of my best tips and tricks to having a successful cold email campaign if you're a cafe or catering company. Now, you've heard me say it in other videos, but I will say it again. Catering companies, restaurants, cafes, so on and so forth, there are plenty. It's a rather saturated niche. You're going to have a lot of competition. You have to stand out. How do you stand out when people don't even know you exist yet? Best way to do that is with outbound communications. So this means cold calling and cold emails. Cold email is a good place to start. So beyond getting a tool here like Mailshake, you're going to need to be able to get a data scraping tool, or you can do it manually. You're going to need a tool to be sure your lists are cleansed, meaning the emails that you gather, it'll actually get to it, your messages, because if the wrong emails are publicly listed and you're sending to them, you can ruin your domain by just blanket bombing a bunch of emails that are no longer in use. So let's look at this screen first. As you can see, I have 6 different campaigns running at the same time. Why? It's all part of the strategy. You don't want to connect with every single person possible in a company, but you might want to find 3 different people of different job status that might be the best person to talk to. Each company is a little different in who they'll hand tasks to, but if they're going to have a catered event in their office, chances are they're going to give it to an executive assistant or personal assistant. They're going to give it to someone in HR or a potential director, because it's a big ticket purchase for an event. There's a lot of coordination that goes with it. So as you can see, we have those all together. We have managing directors, hospitality managers, HR people, PAs, and EAs. We do have them separate, just to see again what title will get the best response. That's also why we have numerous campaigns by job title, because we might find that executive assistants respond the most, that they're the ones that will talk directly to us or will pass us on to the decision maker. So maybe we'll stick with them and we'll go find more. We might find that marketing managers, they just never reply. So why go find more if this job title seems to never reply? And that's all a part of the research and development that goes into launching these campaigns. Now, you don't have to go full gung-ho and do 6 at once. 2 or 3 is okay. Pace it out, though. You want to be sure you don't bite off more than you can chew. But let's look at this one. So you can see that they have a higher bounce rate than the other ones. Not catastrophic level. It's only 8%. We don't really want it to go any higher than that. But there are more contacts than the other lists. And again, these are cleansed lists, so these should stay low because they should be guaranteed deliverability. Sometimes stuff falls through the cracks. Let's look at this one, okay? I'm going to open it up. Now look at the sequence. Always do 2 segments and only test 1 variable. So the strategy here is you want to see what subject line you get the best results with, because if you find this subject line always gets replies and this one doesn't, you're going to want to turn this off and just go to here. But let's just scroll over, right? Personalize it always. We're going to click edit so it makes it nice and big. Mailshake has nice mail mergers, so when you upload your list, you'll have that first row is going to have your headers. That's where these come from. You always want a fallback, which is semicolon and the text after. Let's say we don't have a first name. You can say there. So hi there still works perfectly fine compared to hi Sandy. Same as up here. But you can't use there in this. It doesn't make sense. So here we just have a question mark because can I come to your next meeting? Stop with a question mark is just as fine as can I come to your next meeting? Sandy. Now, this, remember, is HR, especially executives. So just noticed you on LinkedIn and I saw that your job title, if there's no job title, you're the best person to talk to at company. Again, if there wasn't a company, fallback is your company. And you need to make sure your fallback stays grammatically correct when read with the previous text. Be really careful, because if I was just thinking about this, I'd say company, okay, where you work. Well, at where you work does not make sense. So be mindful, because this text will not change. This one will. After this, here, you can always change it to what best suits what your job title should be. Now, if you're contacting directors and C-suite, you can say the man with the plan, the person in charge, the man in charge, whatever. And then after a little greeting, you lead into who you are. And about you is the sender. And then what we've recently done, or what we do, we've opted to use a humorous copy. Now I'm leaving it at this so you can read it. You can see what I mean. Humor works really good. Why? Honestly, I'm sure that, you go open up your inbox, whether it's your work inbox or your personal inbox. How many spam emails do you have? How many emails do you have from old email campaigns? You can tell what ones they are, where it's this dry pitch, just pushing a sale. Turns you off, and you just want to delete it and mark it as spam. If you have humor, it changes the pace. It changes the expectations. Everyone's expecting to be attempted to be sold to. This has a light CTA to it without being gimme call. I can cater your event. You don't always want to lead into it with your direct offering, saying book a call. Make a connection first, especially in catering. Catering is a very personalized thing. It's all about the relationship because these companies, they really like you. You're going to stay on their contact list. If they do weekly lunches, guess who's getting the call first? If they have quarterly events, they do holiday parties, all these things, and they know you do it and you made a good first impression, and then it leads to a good event, you're staying on their contact list. They will come again and again. And we have had clients that have replied through these email campaigns that have booked in with us for multiple events. It works. Again, cold email gets you seen when people might not find you easily. Because again, if they're just going to go to Google and search caterers near me, you might be a little bit too far away to hit the near me. You might be too new and your website hasn't ranked enough yet. But if you get this going while you're getting your website going and all your other stuff, you're going to get a step ahead. And it's what you want. You want to be a step ahead. And then contact number and address and all that fun stuff. If you don't have that in your signature, you don't seem authentic because they're just going to look at it and be like, who are you? Yeah, you introduced yourself here, but like, where can I find you? And then you want to pace it out, right? Wait 5 days for this. And you can see again, friendly little hello. Look what else we do. What we do. A little silly haha, relatable. And ta-da. Again, friendly little emoji. What we do. And we'd love to be involved. Again, now it starts to lead into more of a pitch. Look at something we've done. We can do other things. And it keeps pacing it out. Now we have it set to 5 days because again, we got 6 sequences going all at the same time. This puts a happy medium between sending too fast and not sending fast enough, because how many people we're contacting at once. We do have a trigger set, so when they reply, they stop getting emails. If you don't do that, you're going to be dealing with some upset people. Because you know what, even no matter how friendly and humorous and whatever you make it, people can tell it's a sales email. Now, if they reply and they're still getting them, they can see they're still being pitched to and you're not replying to them. It will burn that potential relationship. So be mindful. Then we keep going. As you can see, the comparative one is much shorter. So again, it tests actually 2 variables, subject line and length. And they get shorter as you go on because, if people aren't replying, this is just to bring it to the top of their inbox. They already got the full pitch. And then you just start going. We have them set to send 7 days a week, paced out. So you know what? People get them through the week and they'll come in Monday morning. And there's our email on the top of the inbox. And that's really the bulk of it. Make sure you're targeting the right people, cleansing your list, test out 2 different sequences. Don't test different copy with different subject lines with different length. Pick one thing to test. Be humorous, be friendly, have fun with it. Read it out loud as you go, and make sure your fallback text is contextually relevant and grammatically correct with the rest of the sentence, should one of those mail merges not come through. Now, if you have any questions, we welcome you to pop them below. We also offer consultations if you need help building one of these sequences. You can book a call with the team and we can walk you through this live on a call. So, again, good luck and see you guys soon in another video.